I'm talking with Roger Cave here, getting ready for the Beer and Cider Festival, which is, I'm just thinking, before we start it's got a life of its own. This thing started quite small. Yeah. Every year it's got bigger. Of course, it's the Villa Marina now these days.
It is.
So here we go again. You're getting warmed up, ready for the event. Tell
That's
us
right.
more.
Right, well, it's number 7.
7 years?
7 years
Wow.
It's been going. This will be the 4th year at the Villa Marina, but as last year we're holding it in the Royal Hall. That's where all the beers will be. It's about the same size as last year. We've got about 165 real ales. We have over 40 real ciders, fruit wines and perries. And perries, of course, are ciders made from pears.
Well, we've got some pictures from the events recently, and then it attracts the crowds.
In
fact,
it does indeed.
I think you almost overwhelmed when you last year at one stage. Couldn't get everyone in quickly.
Well, that's right. It does. As you quite rightly say, it's taken on a life of its own, which is good. It's good for the island. It's good for trade because we have a lot of people come from across. Last year we had over 3,000 people, and about 12% of those, about 325, were visitors from across.
Okay, so it's you're a team that puts on.
Oh yes. Yeah.
How do you decide which beers you're gonna and ciders are you gonna feature?
Well, we have a dedicated team of beer tasters.
What a job!
Yeah, it's one of the. I'm not on that team. I tend not to be, shall we say, subtle enough in my tastes.
Yeah.
But we try and put on beers which nobody's had before. We do obviously have a few which people request, like the Titanic Plum Porter is always a good seller. We have a range of beers from our 4 local breweries, Bushes, Oakles, Hooded Ram, and of course the Shore microbrewery at Laxey. But the majority of the beers are chosen by a panel. We get a list of beers. We try and have a mixture of light beers, dark beers, heavy in strength, very weak in strength. One I'm looking forward to trying this year is called BBC One, and it's only 1.5%. So that's a real good driver's beer, if you like. You'll have a couple of pints and not fall foul of the law.
And does it work the same way, like you have this voucher thing, you buy your voucher and you get the entrance and then they tick it off as you go?
That's correct. We don't handle any money at all. You get a £5 voucher. All the beers obviously are different prices, but they're not that different. And if it's, say, £3 for a pint, £3 crossed off, that's it. And if you need more vouchers, just go and get some more.
I think last year the governor, you've gone showbiz this year for your opening, haven't you?
Yeah, we have indeed. We're very fortunate that we have John Rhys Davis, Hollywood superstar.
I was going to say royalty.
Absolute cinema royalty.
Yes.
Is a fine job.
He's a guy.
Coming along. He's going to be the official guest to open the show. As last year, we'll be having thanks to the Isle of Man transport, we're having the Oakles double-decker tram. On board will be a cask of specially brewed ale by Bushes. We'll process from Derby Castle to the Villa Marina. He will open the show officially, and he will draw the first pint of this specially brewed beer. And you're going to ask me, why is it special?
Why is it special?
Right, it's
like
special
yeah.
Because we have a good cause every year.
Yeah.
We had Bill Dale's Beach Buddies a couple of years ago. We've had the Joey Dunlop Foundation. Last year we had Pulleyman and the Alzheimer's Society. This year the Manx Wildlife Trust is going to be our special cause. And this beer will be brewed, as I say, by Bushes, and it will have a wildlife-themed name. They won't tell us what it's going to be yet. You're going to have to wait. Come to the festival to find out what it's like.
You've been handing out all these. These are all over the place.
Oh, that's right.
And I know Long and Humphrey are very much your big sponsors, aren't they?
Oh, they're fantastic. We're very fortunate that Long and Humphrey, if you can see that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they're our main sponsor, and without sponsors like Long and Humphrey, prices would have to go through the roof. Because of their generosity, we're able to peg the entrance fee or price to a mere £5, the same as it was last year and the year before.
So dates for this and times?
Dates for this, 12th to the 14th of April. That's Thursday the 12th.
Thursday? Oh,
Thursday the 12th. That's open to the general public at 5 o'clock. We have a trade, a couple of hours for tradespeople and special, not tradespeople, people within the trade, special guests and CAMRA members. That's from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock open to the general public until 11 o'clock. And then Friday and Saturday, it's 12 o'clock until close, which is 11.
Anything that's different, anything that's special this time around?
Absolutely. As I said, the Manx Wildlife Trust is our charity, good cause, and we've got 38 beers in their dedicated bar, all with a wildlife themed name. For instance, the Animal Brewery is producing a beer called Seahorse. The Blue Monkey Brewery, Marmoset. Mucky Duck is brewed by Buffy's, and of course we have Oakle's own Spring Ram.
And all these ones that come in for this, do people actually go out and seek them out afterwards and buy stock up, or can they? I mean, has it worked through you, or do they go to them?
It's difficult, because we source them mainly from across.
Yeah, so would they go and have to contact them?
They'd have to contact the brewery, but we can produce details for that. But the other excellent thing is we've got a dedicated Northern Ireland bar. Right. Northern Ireland is just beginning to embrace big time real ale and ciders. So we've got about 38 Northern Irish beers, and we have ciders, I beg your pardon, we've got 19 Northern Irish beers, and we have ciders from artisan producers from County Down, Armagh and Leinster. And the final thing is we have a section of beers which have been produced to old recipes. These are recipes that our grandparents and great-grandparents would have drunk. And one actually is from a recipe, a Danish beer from 1871. Oh. And it'll be interesting to find out how our tastes changed over the generations.
And percentage-wise, you go from like 1% and some get quite strong?
Some get quite strong. I think 7-8% is the strongest one.
Okay, we'll be reporting from this event, obviously, clearly you have to.
Indeed, right.
I wish you
Come
well.
on. And don't forget, come along, 12th to the 14th.